guys, it's Ashley, your scrapping nerd, and I'm back today with a layout using my kit for Kit Conspiracy Week 2 with MK and Janet. I'm also participating in Mix It Up Monday with Anna from Peacecraft Love and Kimberly from I'd Rather Be Scrapbooking, and this is the sketch that we're using to mix it up. And I started out pretty strong following the sketch, and then I went rogue. So make sure that you check out my kit share video, which will be in the description box below as well, to see all of the items that I pulled from for this layout for my week 2 kit for Kit Conspiracy. And so, like I said, I started out really strong with this sketch, and I really liked these pumpkins. It's a Carta paper. I think it was Hello Autumn, and so I wanted to use that as the background piece and then use this kind of blue turquoisey piece for the middle part where the sketch, because it showed kind of like the layout was matted. But I decided I wanted to pop up this layer. So first I'm going to cut out the center of the pumpkin paper because I really like it and I might use it for something else. And so I kind of traced my top layer and then I cut inward a little bit so that I could save this inner piece of this pumpkin layout. Plus the Carta paper was nice and thick, and so if I started adding too many layers, then the page gets really thick. And so I just grabbed a scrap piece of 12 by 12 paper that I don't use. And I always cut down just a little bit on the sides just so it doesn't show up on the layout. But this will add some stability to the background. As you can see, it's a scrap paper that I knew we wouldn't use, and it says Jungle Vibes, which just cracks me up because I'm doing an autumn layout. But it's just like I said, just the backer paper to help keep the layout sturdy, and then I will glue this center piece to it with foam on it. But these are the pictures that I have, and these are my husband and I at Thanksgiving last year. And I also have a bunch of photos of us with our dogs and then us with our family. And so I probably am going to do a pocket page to match this one because I wanted to make sure I got all those. But I thought for this layout, I would just do the pictures of my husband and I. And I really liked this flag thing. So you saw I used the other orange paper that I pulled out and made a flag. And with these, I can't really fold in half and cut, which is usually how I make a flag. So here I'm just measuring the center. I drew a line of how high I wanted it up and measured the center so that I could then cut from the edges to that center point to make the points of my flag even. And this is how I do it when I have like a bigger piece of paper that I can't fold in half and cut to make those flags, because I'm really awful at that. I have seen people like cut one side and then flip it over and cut the other. So I might try that because that might actually work too. So I'm using the Vintage Photo Distress ink to ink all the edges. And here I am where I'm putting the foam up, or the foam on the back, so that I can pop up that center layout. And since my flag is going to go from the top of the page to the bottom, I will need to put a little piece of foam on the edge of that here. And so I'm just cutting the little piece to put over there so that I can glue it and the flag still stays popped up. The flag points at the bottom, I didn't pop up or anything, but they'll be fine in the layout. They don't need to have any foam on them. So this is the part where I start to go rogue, because then in the sketch, there's this piece that goes across the layout horizontally. And so I was like, oh, I have these banners that I put in my kit that I will use. And so this will be my across the page element. And you saw I just used my embossing little, I don't know what that's called, the pouch for embossing. I just use it to put on the back so that it takes away the sticky of the stickers, because I move things around 1,000 times, and so I'm not ready to commit right away, and so I need it to not be sticky, and I'll just glue it down later. But I used that pumpkin paper to back the openings of that banner, and I don't like it. I mean, there's something about it, and so you'll see I'll spend the whole time trying to cover up those openings. I thought I would like it. I thought it would help tie in that very back paper, but I just don't like it. And but I move on, and I backed my photos here. I just used one of the papers from that journaling pack that I have in my kit, because the backside had a nice wood element, and so I used that, and I just did a thin white photo mat as well around the photos. And then this is Mix It Up Monday, so I do a couple things. It's not a crazy media layout, but I wanted to make some leaves, and so I used Distress Oxide and Spice Marmalade and Distress Ink and Vintage Photo, and I stamped out some leaves in those two inks, and then I'm going to fussy cut them out and add them to the layout because I wanted that banner to be a little bit fuller. And so this is my main mixed media element. I will add one other thing to it, which is here with the carved pumpkin that I'm going to do splatters in the background that will show behind the photos and on the banner there. And so I just use my heat gun to dry it, and then I kind of splotch it up with a paper towel so that the splatters are flat. But those are my Mix It Up Monday elements, as well as, of course, the sketch. And so I thought I was going to put the leaves kind of on either side of the photos, but I didn't really like that. And so you'll see I will eventually move them all down around the banner. And I think that just looks really good, and it helps fill in the banner a lot more. And I am still staring at the little frame cutouts with the pumpkin paper I put there that I just didn't like. And I make the title up there, thankful. The little flag says, "You're the apple of my pie," which I just thought was adorable. And still moving these leaves around. Well, I began to shift everything for hours on end. Make sure you guys check out all the information in the description box below. I have the information for Kit Conspiracy, for the Facebook page, and then I have MK and Janet's YouTube video. The kit that I made this week is not the one that they are using, but I will have next week's kit. And so I still wanted to play along for the second and third week. And so I made a fall-inspired kit to play along with their kit. But make sure you check out that on the Facebook page to see what everyone is making, as well as going to see Anna at Peace Craft Love and Kimberly at Rather Be Scrapbooking for Mix It Up Monday, so everyone can see how that sketch got interpreted across many people, and that's the fun of it. Plus, they might be doing more of a mixed media than I did. And so we're back to see you. You see I'm here cutting a journaling tag because I'm going to cover that frame there. Still working on covering that. And as always, thank you so much for everyone liking and subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit those buttons below. And if you want to be notified when I have a new video, just hit the little bell. So I finally like this. I'm gonna put a little bit of journaling there. I used some pumpkins to cover it up, and then I had the little truck that I popped up on foam here where it says "Love Fall most of all." And I think that finally I've accepted that that's covered up the pumpkins enough where they're not so blaring, and I like it. But that's pretty much the layout. I just put a couple butterflies around, and then that's it. And I like how this turned out. So again, thanks everyone, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.